Come to think about that, Joe was dying. I strapped the weapons to his unconscious body and heaved him onto my back. He
Booze, are
was a
you there?
giant, easily over 6 feet tall and
Oh,
covered in stone. Every step
yeah.
through the snow was agony, but every minute I wasted was a minute closer to him bleeding out in the cold.
Well,
Shuai
that's
and
a
Shin
tough
Ru
one.
were
I've been
standing at
there
the village
before.
gate, frozen with cold.
Yeah,
When they
Deke.
saw me staggering
I took
toward them
care
and
of it.
grabbing their weapons,
Authorizing me.
they screamed in pain.
Thanks, brother.
We got Joe on his bed. I
She
cut
did the same
open
for
his
us.
blood-soaked heart. The arrow was buried deep
Yeah,
in
she
his
let
left
it out.
chest. It had missed the heart, but almost certainly touched his heart. In a world with no hospitals, no antibiotics, no surgical tools, a wound like this was a death sentence. I told Shuai to get boiling water and stoke the fire. The joy trapped her in me. She was panicking but did everything in vain. We got a pot of boiling water. I ripped up one of my old shirts and threw it in the water to sterilize it. It never hurt to bathe, sterilize, or liquid sweating. I gripped the arrow shut. No anesthesia, no crocodile changes, no real consequences to save me. I closed my eyes, clenched my jaw, and lifted the arrow. Blood,
What an
sweat,
idiot.
King Wu caught a fistful and pinned like a spot. Joe launched upright from the ground, let out one horrible scream, then collapsed
I'm
unconscious.
just gonna lift the
I
arrow
ripped
right
the
back
arrow
out.
out, blood sprayed from Joe's chest up to his neck.
Oh
I pressed
shit.
my hand over his mouth and screamed at Shuai to bring my boiling water. She plunged her hand straight into the scalding water without hesitation, her fingers turning bright red. I handed her the pot. I slapped it over the wound, then
I'm
depressed
almost
my
out of
hard
gas.
body against her cheeks. I was so panicked I stuck my hand in Joe's boiling water. I nearly blacked out for a minute, but I got everything I needed and wrapped her chest up. It was deep into the night by the time we finished. Joe was unconscious, white as a ghost, and barely breathing. I cleared some of the blood from his mouth, but with no real medicine or healing supplies, the infection was almost cured. Whether he lived or died was up for debate. Then I noticed Shuai. Both palms were burned raw from my boiling weapon, and she hadn't said a word about it. I felt terrible. Then I shouted at her during the intermission. I'd seen the fear flash across her face. She'd been reminded of the old me for a second. But when I apologized, she looked stunned. I said a husband should never apologize to his wife, but
Should look
neither
for
would my
fuel.
brother. I told her anyone who laughed could forgive her. I got out a jar of bear fat and rubbed it gently on her burned palms. She squirmed a little, blushing, but held still. I told her not to touch water for a few
Good.
days to avoid infection. She didn't know what infection meant. Nobody in this empire understood germs. People died from dirty wounds every day without knowing why. I cooked the two mandarin fish I brought back, this time with soy sauce and vinegar. Real seasoning was free. The smell woke Chin Ru from her faint and drifted through the whole village, probably making every neighbor curse my cook. When Chin Ru asked why the fish tasted so different, I just smiled and told her to try it. She took a bite and immediately began to taste the soy sauce and vinegar in the pot. Nobody in these villages could afford such things. Chinru did something that caught my attention. Before eating, she picked the best piece of fish belly and placed it in my bowl. The room went quiet for a beat. Shuang blinked. Chinru realized what he had done and turned red. Serving a man his food first like that was a wise gesture, not a sister in arms. I pretended not to notice, picked the piece up, and fed it to Shuai instead. After dinner, I checked Joe's pulse. Weak but stable. I fed him half a bowl of warm fish soup. Then came the sleeping arrangements.
New Centric Aging with 16 healthy aging benefits.
Ah,
The room was
fuckers.
empty and quiet, so the women had to sleep at Chinru's place. The problem was, the old me had stolen her blanket months ago and sold it. So I gave them the bearskin to use as cover. Then I pulled out the package from my basket. Shuang opened it and gasped. Two brand new sets of thick winter clothes with padded shoes. She held hers against her chest, eyes shining, and nearly cackled me before remembering Chin Ru was standing right there. Chin Ru watched with a sad little smile, happy for Shuang, but clearly feeling like an outsider. Then I pushed the second set toward her. This one's yours. She stared at me, then at the clothes, her lips trembling. Huh, I get one too. Her voice cracked. She looked like no one had ever thought of her before. I walked her home carrying the bearskin. Her house was even more wrecked than ours. Wind tearing through the paper windows, bed ready to collapse. I spread the fur on her bed, turned to leave, and told her to get some rest. I had one foot over the threshold when two arms wrapped around me from behind. I froze.
Hey,
I could
booze
feel her
man,
press
I brought in
against my
some
back
meat.
through her
Should
thin
keep us
clothes.
stocked up for.
She buried her face between my shoulder blades. What do you want? You don't mind. I can give you children. I stood there in the snow while she held on. Shaking, waiting for my hand. The silence stretched on. I could feel her starting to lose hope. Her arms slowly loosened, ready to pull away and pretend none of it happened. I grabbed her hand before she could let go. I turned around and told her, not as her brother-in-law, but as a man, that if she'd have me, we'd build a life together. I'd take my brother's place and make sure no one ever hurt her again. 3 years of loneliness and tears came pouring out of her again. She buried her face in my chest, sobbed until my shirt was soaked. I just held her and patted her back. This woman could only help me. In my old world, we have men lining up for her. If she'd been starving, terrified. Then her crying slowed down. Her hands started wandering across the room. Clumsy, hesitant, but the meaning was clear. She looked up at me, bit her lip, stood on her toes, closed
Wow.
her eyes. Every rational thought left my brain. I scooped her up and carried her to the bed. She covered her eyes with her hand, but peeked through her fingers, trembling with anticipation. Shuang had apparently told her about the ear-biting thing, and she was curious. Then the bed collapsed under us with its rectangular damage. We hit the floor hard, remaining like a top. She winced in pain, and still managed to whisper, face burning red. Going, I lifted the record, laughed bitterly, told her we had to leave. Joe was back at my house, possibly dying.
What the?
Shuang was waiting.
I could have just fast traveled here.
It had to be
Jesus Christ.
I left Jean Root leaning against the cold wall, biting her lip, clearly still wound up. Back home, Shuai met me at the door. Before I could even figure out how to bring it up, she smoothed my collar and asked me to smile. Is it about Mr. Creepy Kid?
Hey, it's all good. Let him in.
She's been orchestrating the whole. I pointed at her, half angry, half laughing. She hugged my hand, said if it was any other woman, she'd never allow it. But Shinru was kind, had suffered too. She genuinely wanted them, sisters, looking after each other. I held her tight. This wife of mine was so selfless it made my chest ache. I walked both women to Chin Ru's house, fixed the broken bed while they waited, told them to share the bearskin and get some sleep. When I glanced at Chin Ru on my way out, she was already looking at me. We both looked away instantly, ears burning. I went home alone to watch over Joe. The fire crackled. My eyelids grew heavy. Then the door creaked open. Chin Ru slipped in, dressed in the new winter clothes I bought her. Hair carefully pinned up, neck bare, white in the fire. Crouched beside me and put a cool hand over my mouth before I could speak. From that angle, I could see exactly why every man in the village had been obsessed with her. She was breathtaking, face flushed scarlet. She whispered
How
that
you
since
doing?
she was mine,
Need something?
Hey, what's up?
she worked hard for this family. She took my hand and led me to the woodshed next door where the dry hay was stacked. There was no fire in there. It was freezing. Neither of us cared. That night, even the wind seemed to know better than to disturb us. Next morning, Shuai and Shinru told me to get some rest. They'd look after Zhou. When Shinru called me, husband, for the first time, both women caught each other's eye and burst out laughing
All
in a
right.
state of
I see how it
I
is.
won't go into details.
See you around.
But let's just say Shinru's quiet exterior hit aside, I was completely unprepared for it. I needed to recover. That afternoon,
Hey, what do you
Bill
need?
finally woke up.
Hey,
I
what's
told
up?
him what happened. Two bandits dead, one escaped.
Come on.
We
Neither
got
of them
gas
had
if you
the
need it.
weapons. He
I got
Fucking
you covered.
ridiculous.
before confirming they were
Mike's a
standard
real
military
guzzler.
mission, likely from deserters out of Blackwater border force,
Bye.
about 100 miles away. I asked if we should report this to the magistrate and send
What's my next
soldiers
question?
to wipe them out. Joe shook his head. He said the claim of hundreds of bandits was a bluff. The entire border garrison only had a few dozen men, but a few dozen desperate outlaws with military weapons was still extremely dangerous. Then
Can I
Joe
help you?
insisted
Huh,
on
let's
leaving
go to
the
the bounty
Just
hunter
having
dude.
a look.
report to the magistrate.
Okay, see you later.
Despite his fear, he told me not to leave the village
Guy
under
yet?
any circumstances.
Can I help you?
The surviving bandit would have gone back to report.
Deke, you ever ride with a drifter, scars
Okay.
all over his face? Carries a...
Get to it. Straw hat.
Stop screaming.
Went down into the snow until I
Hey,
couldn't
back
see
to
it.
work.
I felt guilty
No,
watching it
don't.
go.
I'm getting to work.
I didn't want to make that dangerous trip myself. I had people to protect now. But Joe was doing it with a hole in his heart. Back inside, I spent the rest of the day sharpening the captive nail.
Stop!
The armor-piercing tips
Knock
were
it off!
a bit heavy, which limited their range.
Hey, man.
Hold on, I'll get it.
I filed the blighter sharply. With this military bow,
Whoa.
I have a real weapon now.
Deke,
instead of that
how's it
bullshit.
going?
I lost track
Had
of
some
Oh.
time on my hands. Made you some shit.
Boozer, thank you. Yeah, I'll stop by when I can. Deacon out.
So I took his advantage with me. I told the women to grab the bear skin. I gave them both a look that said warm up the bed. I called them. They scolded me playfully from inside the house. I walked over to the other door, flipped over the door, and went where I left the bear skin. Come on, let's go. I knew exactly what. Over at the house, two remaining brothers were admiring their pride. The oldest figured it was worth it to 10 points. The second said that Oldman, now better than from the stroke after I kicked him, was directing things with his crooked mouth, telling his son to run it fast before I came looking. Then a voice called from outside the gate.
Oh my god. Motherfuckers.
The sooner they got rid of the evidence, they rushed to invite the stranger inside. A huge man ducked through the door, nearly 6 feet tall, wearing glasses. He spotted the bearskin on the bed and walked over to its end. His big rough hand stopped on one specific spot on the belly, right where the original knife wound had been. The oldest brother got impatient and demanded a price. The man took off his hat, revealing a thick beard and a pink
Fucking assholes.
You killed two of my Black Windbridge brothers, and you're bold enough to sit here, showing off
Can
together.
fix this.
Oldie realized too late what was happening. Before anyone could move, the
Shouldn't
curved
work.
saber flashed from under the cloak and sliced across the old man's throat. Blood sprayed across the room as it found him. Tonight, the bandit said, "Every one of you guys, I was crouching outside of this house and I heard a scream. The door burst open, and stuck in the brother came tumbling out covered in blood. Through the wall crack, I saw Oldie's head looking off the bed. Inside, Oldie's brother was clinging to a huge man's legs, yelling for his brother.
No, sniper.
They'd come down for him. The one who escaped yesterday must have gone straight back to the Oldie. But something didn't make sense. Why did they go to the
Deke, thank God. You've got to go after him now. They're getting away.
The Lee brothers had stolen it, and the bandits tracked it right to their door. I ran home, kicked the door open. Rewind, blue wearing dress on their dress, waited for me. I told them to get dressed immediately. Follow me. No time to explain. I helped them pull on their new cotton coat with shaking hands, led them to the hidden cellar behind the house. One my brother had dug years ago for storing winter food. I pushed them down inside and told them not to come out no matter what they heard. Shuai grabbed my sleeve, chattering.
Hey, Tuck, I'm here, and yeah, looks like Limbo and his crew are calling the place home like nothing ever happened. He said his face was scarred, so, I mean, more, please? What else can you tell me?
I strapped the
He wears a
captain's
green
saber to his
coat.
neck, flung the
Looks like a
military
goddamn
belt over my
leprechaun.
shoulders,
You
Oh.
bring me his tire iron, Deacon St. John.
I
Then I want
Whoa.
it covered in what's left of the son of a bitch's face.
I hear ya. St. John out.
If anyone came near my window, I'd see them. In the village center, it was hell. The bandits had dragged dozens of villagers into the open and forced them to their knees. Torches everywhere, crying, begging, screaming. Widow Lou got dragged out by her hair, thrown into the crowd. Then the
Can't see with that
leader
fucking-
walked out of the darkness. A massive man, nearly 9 inches tall, carrying 3 severed
Like the worst spot ever.
both his sons. He tossed them on the ground like garbage. He was wearing my bearskin across his shoulders. He told his men to kill all the men and take the women back to the mountain. Village Chief Zhao crawled out of the crowd on his hands and knees, grinning and bowing, telling the bandit boss that his son Zhao was wanted. He begged to be spared his family. The bandit leader exchanged a look with his men. Zhao smiled widely, thinking he was safe. Then a blade flashed, and Zhao's head rolled across the snow and stopped at little Xiaowan's feet. Her scream drew the wrong kind of attention. The bandit who killed Zhao spotted her and decided he wanted her. The leader told him to go ahead. The man ripped the girl's clothes open. Her grandmother threw herself at the bandit's legs, crying that Xiaowan was just a child. He slit the old woman's throat without even looking. Xiaowan screamed for her grandmother, clawing at the bandit's face. He slapped her unconscious and started forcing her legs apart. Every man in the village was kneeling with his head down, terrified to move. I was 250 paces away, flat on my belly in the snow, watching through the dark. I knocked an arrow on the military bow, threw it back,
Oh.
calculated the wind. The arrow crossed the distance in a heartbeat and punched clean through the bandit's throat. My first arrow killed the bandit on top of Shaolin. The second caught another one through the chest.
Okay.
As he was
All
climbing
right,
off
Limbo, where you at?
He was dead in seconds.
Yeah, why don't you just stop by the hot springs, have a little fun?
Fired a storm of
Say
arrows
it.
through the dark toward my position. They peppered the mud wall behind me, but their aim was terrible. When they stopped to reload, I ran out, pulled their arrows from the wall, free ammunition. They fired again, and I ducked back. These guys couldn't shoot, not even the odds. The leader sent 3 men with swords at me. I knew this village in the dark better than they ever could. I disappeared. Back in the center, Widow Lu grabbed Xiao Wang, with the hands of the girl whispered, asking me to save me. Lu covered her mouth and muttered that only that little bastard didn't belong and shoot like that.
Maybe I can help. That old bitch is gonna be sending some men
Lu
out
covered
here.
her mouth and
Me
muttered
and
that only
Iron
that little
Tooth wanna
bastard
be ready.
didn't belong and shoot like that. The bandit leader overheard.
Come on,
He
you
walked over to
sorry
the
son
saber
of
of
a
Lu's neck
bitches.
and asked if
I thought they were
belonged
behind
to
something.
Walk
Orange.
down, or you gonna answer
Lu
to
tried to deny,
Limbo.
but
and
then
his
some old
pal,
man from the
Iron
village
Tooth.
stood up and stole me. Told the leader exactly where I lived.
You don't
Described
need
my
no
food.
dentist.
The bandit leader
He'll
stabbed
just
the old
pop right up there
Said
and
he
knock
needed
him.
to kill him. The man was useful information,
fired.
but disgusting. Then he forced Lu to leave into my house instead, threatening to kill everyone and let his men take turns operation.
Take him down!
They threw her to the ground, pushed her hand down, threatening to chop it off. She screamed, passed out. Then the cellar covered Lu over. She reclined down. She was trembling, but eyes steady. She told them to leave Lu alone, and she was the one they ran. The bandits' eyes went wild when they saw me. The leader asked about the second one. She glanced behind her without thinking, and one of the bandits dug into the cellar and dragged Shuai. He threw her on the ground, straddled her, reaching for her clothes. I put an arrow through his throat from the darkness. The remaining bandits scattered for cover. The leader was sharp, though. He immediately drew his longbow and aimed it straight at my 2 wives. He shouted into the dark, calling me impressive, saying he used to be a military commander in 2000. Then he told me to come out, where he killed both women right there. Shuai and she and Lu held each other.
Here you
They shouted the same thing. Don't come out. Take it now. In our next life, we'll be your women again. I dropped from the tree I'd been first 100 meters away. Set down my mouth. Walked out and
Oh.
your grandfather is right here. Picking on women doesn't make sense. Some thing is you got the guts. The bandit leader looked me over. Instead of killing me, offered me a job. Said he admired my archery and guts. Joined his gang on the mountain. Wine, meat, gold, women, whatever I want. His men were furious, screaming that I killed their brothers, but the leader ignored me. The whole time, his vow stayed and she
Whoa.
Then came his real condition. He said I needed to prove loyalty to him and join the guild. I had to choose one of my women for him to kill on the spot. The other one could come with me to the mountain. Jinru stepped forward, shook me, and told me to pick her. She said it was her fault for giving away the cellar. Shuai threw herself in front of Jinru and said to choose her instead, that Jinru had just found a home and deserved it. escape of both of them begged for other form of help. One of the
Still got
bandits
officer.
the brother was the one who shot him.
Keep on running around.
Still got old iron tooth on you.
Then an arrow came out of the earth and decided to drop his first into the snow. A war horse moved the gun. A soldier leaning silver charging out of the night on horseback.
The fuck? Some invisible suit shooting me?
I'm coming. Just wait for me. Now I got you. Kill that this time. To side. Burn! Yeah, throw Molotov. Get the bastard! He killed him!
Fuckers.
I see you running
Who
around.
the fuck's shooting me?
Kill him! Man down! Man down!
Dude, somebody's fucking. Fuck up.
And charging out of the night on horseback. Right behind was Joe Shion, pale as death, but alive, valiant. He'd actually made it to the point of garrison and brought back the assault. Joe fired a second arrow into his face. The leader was experienced enough to roll sideways behind my red wall. Then he popped up behind the broken wall with his valiant death. I
Wow.
was faster. I drew and released in one motion. My arrow buried itself in his gun. I already had the second one knocked, aimed at his head. He knew he was done. He threw himself backward through the woodshed door just as my second arrow punched into the wood where his face had been a split second earlier. The remaining bandits saw the silver-armored commander and the border cavalry and scattered into the forest like rats. The commander shouted to chase them down and leave none alive, then spurred the horse straight at the woodshed. The warhorse kicked the rotten door to splinters, but the leader had already punched through the back wall and disappeared into the snow. Joe climbed off his horse with help, clutching his chest wound. He looked at the bandit corpses scattered around my yard, and then at me, barely scratched, and shook his head in disbelief. He said even in his prime, he wasn't sure he could have done what I just did, held off over a dozen combat-experienced deserters alone, and kept his family alive. I asked him about the soldiers. Their equipment was far too good for a county garrison. Real military longbows, sabers, war horses. Joe told me now wasn't the time. He wanted me to go inside and rest. I didn't move. I started picking up scattered arrows from the ground, one by one, sliding them back into my quiver. I told him the bandits knew Blackwind Ridge like their own backyard. The border soldiers didn't. In a nighttime blizzard on unfamiliar mountain terrain, there was no way to attach. And any survivor who escaped would come back for revenge. I could really not regret. Flying screamed at me. Let the soldiers handle it. But I looked at both my rifle and I wanted to let the street. I had to. I moved fast through the snow, following footprints and blood drops in the snow. These bandits had lived on this mountain for years. They'd no hidden paths and shortcuts. But so did I. Then I heard a woman's voice cut through the wind ahead. Sharp, commanding. Stop. You can't escape. I looked down the slope and froze. The silver-armored commander was on foot now, chasing the wounded bandit leader up the mountainside with a spear. And under that helmet, the commander was uniformed. The bandit leader was bleeding badly from my arrow, but still moving fast, ducking into a hidden trail, blue by night. His plan was to reach the mountain fortress where he'd have the advantage. I followed his tracks through the thicket. I spotted him leaning against a massive old pine tree, pressing his wound. I fired from about 200 meters out. He dodged on pure instinct, years of battlefield experience, and threw himself behind the trunk. Arrow buried himself in the snow right there.
Team, thank God. You've got gotta go after him now. They're getting away.
Go after who, Tug? Slow down.
It's Roach. It's Roach. You know him. He used to ride with Leon and Alvarez. But I trusted him.
Damn it, Tuck, you shouldn't have.
No, he's taking the rest of our drugs and headed north. My boys lost him somewhere around Marion Forks.
All right, I'll see if I can track you down.
I finally spoke. I told him I might be fast. First, goes on that. My third year of slaying, that first spot, shower. At that point, I couldn't even see clearly what emotion he got. His courage broke. He screamed at me to come fight like a man who was fight. He said one thing. He understood what I was doing. My first four words weren't misses and ones. Not the missing one. We did the work. We could even find protection in the doctors. He didn't know. He looked to the steel armor years and when out the other side. Then grabbed at the shaft, clicking on blood, and wired. I walked out of the stone wood. He looked at me, and I think he saw something.
They're winning! Stop him!
You
are lost!
He's dead!
Covering fire!
My God, how many hits does it take?
He said even with her lifelong pain, she couldn't match that precision at 50 paces, let alone 250. When I walked through my front gate,
Someone's here. Open it up, it's okay.
I wiped their tears and told them to finish. Joe Shum asked if I got them. Why not? He said with my skills and nerve, I could make military commanders. Then he trailed off, thinking trouble. His deeds broke the silence. The silver-armored general rode in my yard, two soldiers.
Can I help you?
Dropped the bandit leader's head on the ground.
You find that son of a bitch?
Yeah, here's old Iron Tooth, just like
She
you
took off her
asked.
helmet. Long black hair spilled out of her. She had sharp features,